Okay, we're gonna be playing Kayn on this one. It's going to be blue Kayn, given that the enemy team has 4 one-shottable targets. Um, Also, I'm gonna be giving the Umbro Glaive Rush a try as well. So I'm using a different rune set. It's mostly the same, but it's just rushing Umbral Glaive as the first item, and you also pick up Zombie Ward and Relentless Hunter instead of the usual Sudden Impact and Ingenious Hunter. As for pathing, it's gonna be well, first of all, our team wants to go for an invade, so I'll just walk with them because our level 1 is definitely stronger than their level 1. As for clear, we just want a normal, like a standard 6 jungle camp clear. Kayn is one of the champions, or like one of the only champions that I personally don't break the jungle cycle. Unless I have to do a vertical jungle or like I late invade, something like that. Okay, we get the flash, which is good enough. For example, on other champions, I would try to play for a gank bot lane, right? Or for my bot lane in general, because they have no flash. Well, Renata has no flash. But given that I'm playing Kayn, I am a very selfish jungler when it comes to Kayn. I only do things for me. At the level 4, I consider myself to be stronger than Evelyn, and I think Evelyn is going to do this. It's just because of the elo that we're in, not because that's what she should be doing. That was a little bit too much of a leash. Appreciate it though. Evelyn did start bot lane, as predicted. Oh my god, I actually got baited. Never mind. Seems like she did a level 2 clear. She ganked top lane after picking up her red buff. This is one of the only times where I will break my jungle cycle, and it's to invade because I have a level advantage over them. But I am gonna be invading her camps over here rather than her blue side camps because I want to be I want to continue to farm basically my own camps. So Evelyn recalled, as you can see over there. So we're just gonna take some jungle camps of advantage over the Evelyn. Even if she killed, like, it's whatever. Taking a look at top lane because it's possible that I can. Yeah, I think it's definitely diveable. This is definitely diveable. Just like that. A little bit of an emote. Like, it doesn't, like, we're very, even if she, like, Evelyn ganked early on, we're insanely ahead over the Evelyn because we picked up 2 camps. We stole 2 of her camps over here. So I'm gonna finish clearing this side of the jungle so that I can recall and pick up here and Sarita Dirk, and once again building into what's the name of this? Umbral Glaive. Also, Jinx gives a big shutdown right now, so I definitely want to play to get that. Pick this up, just look at mid lane to see if something can be done. I don't think I can do anything there, but it's whatever. I will pick up the wave though. I will not let the wave go to waste. Let them finish pushing. Pick it up for myself. Looking at bot lane, I might have a gank opportunity here, given that they're very pushed up. It's not the best, given that I have money, so I'm like, they're backing up a little bit, so I'm actually gonna take the recall here, walk back into the map. This up, just like so. And I know that they don't have a vision over there because we cleared it. So now Renata still has no flash because Renata flashed like at a minute. Well, maybe she does. Maybe she does. Maybe she does. I actually think she does. The wave is not exactly in a gankable spot as of right now. So I'm gonna pick up a camp so I don't lose efficiency while waiting for the gank to show up, but I'm constantly looking at bot lane. I have a flash of my own. I want to use this flash to try and kill Jinx. Going in. Kinda dumb that I don't get the kill. Don't matter if I have to flash. Probably if I ulted a little bit sooner, I would have been able to. I have to ignore the ward because of the scuttle. I don't know if Evelyn was on the scuttle. So currently I have no flash and no ultimate, so that's why, and like it took me a little bit of time to start the dragon, which is why I'm not going for the dragon. I don't want to give Evelyn the opportunity to walk up and kill me with alongside the enemy bot lane, right? And also Kaisa made a mistake of staying after she cleared the wave. So here what I want to do is I want to be going for a gank just for form, because I'm very close to my form. I'm gonna wait for the perfect opportunity. And then run on Evelyn. Evelyn flash, so it's good. Finish on pushing this wave real quick. We finish pushing the wave, and then we back off. Taking a look at Umbral Glaive, we already have it, right? And also Herald is coming up, so I want to be playing for Herald rather than Dragons. That's usually what I do on Kayn, given the champion. On other champions I play for the Dragon and then the Herald, but this champion I prefer to play for Herald. And also, given that I have form already, my champion is like literally online already, so I can start doing things. Usually on Kayn, you don't want to be going for very aggressive plays till you have form. And as you can see, well, they just took the dragon, so like, I literally don't care. That is not like that's not an objective that I even wanted. Let's remember that Lysandra has no flash, right? And no ultimate. So this is the kill prior to me doing the objective. Waiting on my cooldowns. Okay, perfect. Gonna put this ward for safety because I don't know where Evelyn is, right? Gonna wait out and then pull the trigger. Gonna force her to use the ultimate. Couldn't. Once again, the enemy's jungle camps are better than the neutral objective. Taking a look at top lane because it's the lane that I'm closer to. Stealing a few camps. walk up so that we can dive. Not needed for the dive. And as you can see, the Evelyn is desperate right now because I'm stealing everything and she didn't find my raptors. Because after I invaded her, she literally went for my raptors and she couldn't find them. So she's getting a little bit desperate now. We're eventually gonna see her bot lane. Pick up the scuttle real quick. Now with this herald, we're gonna look to use it somewhere. It's probably gonna be top lane because it's the easiest turret for me to break, given the platings that are in play. This is a little bit risky, given that I don't know where Evelyn is, right? But since she knows that we stole everything on her top side, it's not likely that she's gonna be walking around here. Like, it's possible, I know, but not likely. And even if something happens, we can always run away. So we're gonna be picking up a few camps over here while we wait for our top laner to get into lane, push the wave, because I want to be diving. I want to be diving the Shogun rather than just ganking him, right? So she's mid lane. We can definitely counter gank this. Wait out. Pick up a kill. Oh my god. I was really not expecting Jinx to be here. I really was not expecting, like, that was a wrong cue into them. I was really not expecting Jinx to show up. And I don't know how Jinx gets a triple there. Anyways, Dragon is gonna be coming up. I don't have a big interest on that objective. I have a bigger interest on breaking top lane and diving top lane, so that's where I'm gonna be heading. Whenever you want to make a play, it's better for you to go to that side of the map immediately rather than farming for efficiency, so that you don't delay the play and so that you play with faster tempo. We also know that, what's the name of this? Evelyn was close top side, so we want to make sure we help her out, right? This is why we're top side. Oh my god. Kind of annoying that she's here. But given that she's there, my R is gonna be pushing, and now I can drop the Herald mid lane instead. Now I can drop it like so, and now I'm closer to the dragon. Jinx is the only target in this game that it's a problem because she's 8-1. A little bit aggressive from my... I do want to kill her there. The enemy has a vision. So we're just gonna fall back into our camps. Like, although it's okay for... Oh, let's remember Jinx has no flash because she flashed to kill me. So killing her should prove easy. We need division on the objective. Let's see if... I'm looking at my team. Evelyn is probably around. Lysandra is here. No, it's not a good W. We know that Evelyn is around. I'm just gonna recall so that I can pick up. All we care about is them not getting the... Okay, we have to say because they activated the objective. I'm looking for... What's her name? For Jinx over here. I'm literally only looking for Jinx. She pulled the trigger. My Ari killed herself, so a little bit unfortunate. Gotta pick up a phone call. Okay, we lose the second objective, which is not that big of an issue. Kind of okay. Second dragon wasn't our biggest of concerns. Jinx will have flash because our flash, it's literally her flash. That was a team fight that we could have taken, which is why I was there. Like, even if we didn't get it, I feel like that was a team fight we could have taken. That was just a little bit of an execution mistake. It was a good gale force on the Jinx. Myra Khan, it took him a little bit of time to go in, and my Ari like literally killed her though. But I think overall it was a good fight to be taken. Top lane is what we need to break right now. I mean, top bot lane. We have Vision, so I'm just gonna wait and hope that the enemy rotates, and maybe I can catch them on rotation, like so. You see the enemy? I'm dead. That was a good Renata ultimate. I couldn't go in on Jinx there. Killing Jinx is it's been a little bit more difficult than I anticipated. And I flashed by mistake. Item Manamune, and it will be served as afterwards because of the amount of armor that they're going to be building. As you can see, she already has it. Shogun already has armor. We'll eventually build more. I don't think she's going to be going Sonia's or anything. Maybe she will go GA eventually. But here is a Sonia's angle. I really need to stop taking fights around my Rakan Kaisa. They took my blue. I am not gonna be heading over there. I have had really bad team fights with my Ari Kaisa, so I'm no longer gonna fight with them. I'm gonna do my own thing over here and just keep on farming so that when the 20-minute mark eventually hits, I can be a little bit stronger and try to one-shot people. I cannot pick up any more waves. She picked up the objective bot lane. I don't know where the rest of the enemy is. Evelyn is over here. A lot of CC. I was not expecting Renata. I knew Evelyn and Lysandra were there. I did not expect Renata. I thought Renata would be with Jinx like the whole time. I am playing the game without enough information, and it's making it, well, I am making mistakes because I'm guessing the information rather than actually wait until the information is in place. And Evelyn is back into the game because, as you can see, she hasn't died. Like, that's the most important thing to do. And as a jungler, if you ever fall behind, just don't die. Do what the Evelyn is doing and don't die. That's all you need. Like, as we did this game, the enemy will eventually throw. As much as I want to, okay. Okay, she will go Sonya. It's actually the Evelyn. Surprising. Okay, thankfully that happened. get ourselves into a little bit of a fight there, which thankfully we end up winning. Pick up this objective and get out. Okay, that's good enough. A little bit of a fiesta, but we managed to kill everyone. That's exactly what we need, like Cyril does, for that guy, because we were literally doing no damage to him. We recall, doesn't matter if she dies. Now we need to pick up Baron. I think that if we kill Jinx, picking up Baron should be really easy. Okay, that's Baron. That's Baron. That's Baron. That's Baron. I genuinely believe this is Baron. I feel like we can just do Baron. See, like they're recalling. The enemy who is the most fed member is dead. Gwen can deal a lot of damage to it, and Ahri is in a very good position. I'm just waiting here on the Ahri, like to follow up on a kill. We can focus on dealing a lot of damage to this. Okay, at least I managed to smite it, so good enough. Just get out. Oh, come on, Ahri, you had flash. You could have flashed. And also, I believe turning over there was our best call, but Ahri didn't connect her charm, and Rakan didn't want to turn. Like, it's one of the things as to why you want to do everything perfectly at the beginning, because right now, given that I made a lot of mistakes and I actually died and all of that, the enemy has damage. They're in a position to do things, so that's why I generally don't like making a lot of mistakes, because I'm not in the strongest of positions and the enemy is definitely in a good position. So here, if they stay, we can kill them. All we gotta do is flank them. Like, I would really love to chase that. Like, I don't know where the rest of the enemy team is, so I have to be playing really careful over here. That's why we flank people. We don't know where Evelyn is. I don't want to be flashing for Renata. Oh. I have to get away from the Jinx rocket over here. I think they can get it. My team is pressuring top lane, so let me pressure bot lane. My team is recalling, so I cannot continue to pressure. That is gonna be Cyrilda's. I don't see the rest of the enemy team, so I cannot continue to pressure. I only see Shogat. Unfortunately, I don't have Sonia's. Flash. That is my main concern. But as long as I get a flank on the enemy backline, I think I should be able to one-shot Jinx. Renata has Sonia's. So does Lysandra, so does Evelyn. Like, everyone on the enemy team has Sonia's as of right now. I just need to ult so that I don't get eaten by the Shogun over there. Walk up with the team. Push a few more waves. I don't think we're gonna be able to finish. Might be mistaken. The wave is too far. I don't think we can finish. If the wave was any bit closer, I think we might be able to. But given that I personally don't believe we are gonna end, I'm gonna push. And here I will leave the remaining of pushing for my teammates. And I will secure ourselves a dragon in case something bad happens. I don't want the enemy team picking up a dragon. Like, if I was over there, it's not like I would have made any difference in the inhibitor. I don't think we're gonna pick it up. We'll pick up the blue buff. Now, the objective in time, it's gonna be Varen. So we want to be positioning, once again, ourselves on a flank situation on the left side of the map. Our team is not in the map, so we cannot play aggressive ourselves. I'm gonna walk over here. No sweeper because I have Umbral Glaive. Gonna put a ward over here. She has ultimate, so not in my biggest of interests to kill her. I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill her. I see the enemy mid lane. She's going in very aggressive. Not gonna lie, she killed herself pretty badly. So numbers advantage for them. Not in a position to be fighting. So I'm just gonna be pushing out waves for them here. Pick up a few kills and get out. Just deal with the now the enemy is gonna be rotating, so I can probably push a few waves. It's always about pushing out waves in the later stages of the game. She deals damage, so I gotta turn tail. Have to recall myself because of Varen coming up. I have item. I'm gonna be going GA. Jinx is bot lane pushing out a wave, so I think, yeah, I get over there actually quite fast. So I do think we can head over for that. And now the objective that we're gonna be trying to pick up, it's a top lane turret, so our team has to be pushing out top lane. And I just want to be pushing out mid lane so that I'm on a flank position. But I cannot pull the trigger on anyone until I see everyone. So for example, right now we currently see everyone. They're over there. So I'm gonna get to pushing a few waves over here. Just so that we can apply pressure. As you can see, I pull everyone's attention over to me. And my team is pushing out top lane for free. She's alone. So I deal a little bit of damage, chunk her, get her flash, and now killing her is going to be a little bit easier. Continue to push out waves. Jinx has no flash.
Kill the body, build the body, free the body.
Jinx no flash. So she dies. Kill this Shogun. Kinda unfortunate that my team is not helping me survive. Kind of unfortunate how my Rakan didn't ignite the Shogun and didn't want to play the video game. Given that Lissandra has no ultimate, like Renata has no ultimate, it's like literally my team bailing on me. Once again, this is why I don't like this stage of the game, because it's so bad. Serpent Fang for the Bloodthirster and the shield on the Renata. But yeah, this is why I don't like this games that go for this late, because you rely on your team so much on them doing things that it's no longer 1v9able. Your chances of winning are higher. True, I agree. Like, the chances of you winning the game overall increase, but it's no longer all about you. And that usually happens when you die multiple times, which is what happened to me. I died multiple times because I considered my team to be good players. After 2 bad plays, that is enough for you to start looking plays somewhere else where they're not in both. Pick up the buff. See if we can force her out of her ultimate over here. Buff. I gotta agree that that is on me. Like, if I want to go for that, I have to ult sooner. Or rather, I have to ult. Like, if I want to go for that, I have to ult. I think it's possible, I just didn't press ultimate. I definitely think it's possible, I just literally didn't press ultimate. But that's on me. That is definitely on me. Serpent's Fang. I do believe it is a good item because of the Bloodthirster on Jinx. We're really gonna need a 3rd variant in order to win this game, which is really, really sad. I do have a lot of AD though. How much damage does my ability do? 809. My ultimate does 1000. And well, the passive does a lot of damage. The reason I am picking up farms over here is just for CS per minute at the very end of the game. That's what a lot of CC on an enemy team and a hyper scaling champion and a tank could do to you. Like, they're only winning because, I mean, not winning, but they're only lasting this long because they have a front line and they have a lot of CC on their kit, on their team composition rather. We need to wait on, like, this is not a good idea. We just have to wait for one. All we gotta do is push out waves over here. I think Evelyn is over here because it's like my thingy is revealing something. Well, she can one-shot me now. That's a little bit on me for disrespecting the champion. Also, if she charmed me, I think all I needed to do was Blue Smite ultimate, so mechanical mistake once again. I think that if I Blue Smite ult, I'm perfectly fine and I can kill that Evelyn. Once again, a mechanical mistake on my part. A lot of mechanical mistakes this game, and it's because I'm not used to playing the game this far into the game, which is why I'm performing worse. Actually, it has been a while since I played this champion. Well, Blue Kayn at least. They're gonna be picking up a variant from everyone's dead, like mostly mine. At the end of the day, it is my fault that if they pick it up, it's my fault. Push out mid-wave prior to doing anything on the map. Push out mid lane prior to doing anything on the map. Like, if I walk over there, I'm just gonna get immediately silenced. I literally cannot walk up into 3 of them. At least I personally don't feel like I can. But I did lose my ult to the Evelyn there, and if it wasn't for Renata, I believe I could have killed. She flashed as well. There's a controller over here. Now we have to push out bot lane. She has no ultimate? Might? I don't know. Like, the cooldown on that thing is definitely low. Unfortunate I managed to get hit by the Renata thingy. If the Renata thingy doesn't hit me, I can't survive that. A lot of CC this game, actually, for Blue Kayn. A lot of CC, like Renata Q, her ultimate is permanently on me. I'm literally getting perma-ultied by the Lissandra every single fight. Like, I feel like the Evelyn is going on me. I feel like I also have the Shogun every single time on me. I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of CC hitting me this game. Probably, I shouldn't be grouping, maybe? I don't think anyone... Maybe the Evelyn does 1v1 me right now. At this point, she can one-shot me before I one-shot her because she's invisible. I mean, there's 2 dead, so I think we can definitely take this fight. I will try to get a flank angle. I cannot kill him. Obviously a fiesta of a game at this point.
Not every battle is a fight.
Gonna recall. I have flash. Let me purchase Guardian Angel once again. Let me sell this for Ma. Like, they have a lot of armor now, so the lethality isn't all that good anymore. Because they're full build. Like, lethality is only good against Jinx right now, and that's about it. And I don't need more lethality to kill Jinx. I'm not gonna be as fast on the map, but like right now it's like my mobility isn't needed. We don't see anyone on the map. I believe everyone must be grouped up. Are they going in? I'll walk up, throw a W. I'll walk up again and throw another W. And I'll throw a W there. And this guy's alone, so we kill him. Okay. Okay. Fortunately, it's the end of the game. unfortunately, it's gonna be the end of the game, and it's gonna be a win for us. What a fiesta of a game. Honestly, what a fiesta of a game. Had me on the edge of my seat a couple of times. I mean, were we? Yes, we were top damage this game, but honestly, not happy with the performance whatsoever. Damage taken, we're the highest, damage to objective, also the highest turrets. It was a little bit at the beginning, damage wise. What are they even typing? I don't know, not happy with this performance, but staying calm and thinking is usually the best way to go. Like, that's the main thing to take from this a very obnoxious game.